Extremis is the sixth episode of the 10th series of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who. It is written by Steven Moffat and was broadcast on the 20th of May 2017 on BBC One. Extremis received extremely positive reviews from television critics, with many praising Peter Capaldi's performance and Steven Moffat's script, though some commented on the complicated script. The Vatican calls upon the Doctor, Peter Capaldi, to investigate the Veritas, a book for which its readers typically kill themselves after reading it. When the Veritas is translated and leaked online, the Doctor must uncover the dark secret that the book holds. It is the first of three loosely connected episodes called the Monk's Trilogy. Synopsis. The Doctor is still blind and wears his sonic sunglasses to provide limited sight while masking his condition from Bill. He sits outside the vault at the university and receives an email entitled Extremis that he views through his glasses. The Doctor is met by the Pope and members of the Vatican to help deal with a recently translated text called Veritas that causes readers to commit suicide. The Doctor takes Bill and Nardole to a secret library inside the Vatican. They catch a priest who had just read the book and emailed a copy to CERN, but he commits suicide before they can talk. Bill and Nardole discover a portal leading to a hub of other portals, linked to CERN, the Pentagon and the White House, among other places. Meanwhile, the Doctor, while trying to read Veritas, is forced to flee into a second portal with the priest's laptop when the monks, skeletal figures in red robes, appear. Bill and Nardole enter the CERN portal, finding the scientists there are prepared to kill themselves using explosives. The lead scientist urges them to stay, demonstrating that every time he asks them for a random number, they, along with the other scientists, all say the same one. The two flee back to the hub. Nardole realizes the portals are actually computer projections, and when he tries to step out of the projection, he disappears. A distraught Bill follows a trail of blood through a portal, finding herself in the Oval Office of the White House, where the Doctor is waiting. The Doctor explains that Veritas describes a demon planning to invade Earth by creating detailed simulations of it to practice invasion. Simulacra within these shadow worlds can discover the false reality as they can only come up with pseudo-random numbers due to the nature of computers, leading them to commit suicide to escape the simulation. A monk appears, and Bill disintegrates the same way Nardole did. The Doctor, aware he is a simulation, tells the alien that the Earth will be ready as he has been recording everything through his sonic glasses and emails the recording, titled Extremis, to his real-world self. The real Doctor finishes Extremis, and turns to the vault, revealed in flashbacks to be a quantum chamber that holds Missy whom he had spared from execution but vowed to keep her locked in for 1,000 years. Through the vault doors, he asks Missy for her help to fight the invasion. Continuity. Nardole's presence with the Doctor throughout Series 10 is explained as a continuation from the Husbands of River Song, with River Song having ordered Nardole to prevent the Doctor from taking extreme actions after her death, going in extremis. Nardole is shown reading from River Song's TARDIS-styled diary, first seen in the 10th Doctor story Silence in the Library, Forest of the Dead, River Song's final adventure. Missy alludes to the Doctor's retirement on Beryllium with River, the Husbands of River Song, and offers her condolences regarding River's passing. Outside references. Upon entering the Vatican's secret library, Bill utters Harry Potter, for which the Doctor scolds her. He later refers disparagingly to the lengthiness of Moby Dick, saying, honestly, shut up and get to the whale. Nardole compares the simulated worlds to the holodecks of Star Trek. The video game worlds of Grand Theft Auto and Super Mario are used as examples to describe the simulated world. Production. Filming for Extremis, as well as the following episode The Pyramid at the End of the World, took place from the 23rd of November 2016 to the 17th of January 2017. Cast notes. Joseph Long, who plays the Pope in this episode, previously appeared as Rocco Colasanto in the episode Turn Left. Tim Bentinck had previously played numerous roles in various Doctor Who audio productions. Broadcast and reception. The episode was watched by 4.16 million overnight. It received an appreciation index score of 82. Critical reception. Extremis received extremely positive reviews from television critics, with many praising Peter Capaldi's performance and Steven Moffat's script, while calling the episode's story unique and ambitious, though some commented on the complicated script. Extremis currently holds a score of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. Alistair Wilkins of the AV Club awarded an A to Extremis, praising that the creativity and experimental aspect of the writing showcases Steven Moffat at his best. Wilkins also went on to praise Capaldi's acting in the episode, and how the character of the Doctor relates to Bill when making the revelation of the episode. Zoe Delahanty Light of SFX magazine awarded a perfect score of 5 stars to the episode, asserting that Doctor Who doesn't get better than this. She complimented how the episode played with complicated themes in a sophisticated manner, commenting on how the idea of a simulated world has been done before, but how Doctor Who took it further. She also complimented Michelle Gomez's portrayal of Missy, and how the character is a far more complicated regeneration of the Master than we realized. Scott Cholera of IGN gave Extremis a rating of 8.6 out of 10, saying the timing of the episode within the series was perfect to elaborate on the secret of the vault, while also following a larger and more complex story. He also stated that the return of Michelle Gomez as Missy was long overdue and of a particular note to the episode. Patrick Mulkern of Radio Times also awarded a perfect score of 5 out of 5 stars to the episode. The scenes with Missy were praised by him as a gift for Michelle Gomez, a scene stealer, and the dynamic between the Doctor and Missy was also highlighted for being played with. The monks were credited for being bloody hideous, and were also compared to Moffat's previous creations such as The Silence for their worldwide silent invasion. They rounded up by labeling the episode confident, breathtaking television from Steven Moffat. In contrast to the positive reviews, Daniel Jackson of the Daily Mirror stated that the problem with the episode wasn't the episode itself, but having to stop and think about the episode afterwards. He criticized the number of unnecessary twists in the episode, how the reset of the simulation undermined the events of the episode, and the unsatisfying reveal of the vault, stating that Extremis was 2 different half-episodes that are really just set up for later. Despite this, Jackson complimented the theme of the Doctor's blindness and how it played into the episode, and how the scenes at CERN changed effortlessly between the comical and the horrified realization, with certain parts of the episode being outright creepy. References external links Extremis at the BBC Doctor Who homepage. Extremis on TARDIS Data Core, an external wiki. Extremis at Doctor Who, a brief history of time, travel. Extremis at the Internet Movie Database.